Okay, the problem number 1 says John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. I am reading it again. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. Find out how many marbles they had to start with. Now, while doing these kind of questions, the first step is that we have to convert this statement into the quadratic equation, right? So now how we will solve it? Now see, what they have given is find out how many marbles they had to start with. Okay, so first of all we will assume that the number of John's marble be x. Okay, so these were the number of marbles x which John has when they started. So because they both together had 45 marbles, so the marbles with Jivanti had will be 45 minus x, because the sum of the marbles which they together had is 45. Now John has got x marbles, so definitely Jivanti will have 45 minus x marbles, right? Okay, after losing 5 marbles, because what is given is both of them lost 5 marbles. So now we will calculate after losing 5 marbles how many marbles they are left with. So John is left with x minus 5, because he had started with x marbles. After losing 5 marbles he will be left with x minus 5. We will subtract 5 from this value. Okay, in a similar way the marbles left with Jivanti will be 45 minus x minus 5. This was the initial marbles with Jivanti. Now we have to subtract 5 from this, so we have done it. Now the marbles with the Jivanti is 40 minus x. Okay, now we will take the product of these marbles, because it is given that the product of the marbles after losing 5 marbles is 124. So it is given. Now we will multiply the marbles of John's and the marble of Jivanti which they had left after losing 5 marbles, right? So I will multiply x minus 5 with 40 minus x, right? This should be equal to 124, because it is given in this statement, right? It is given that after losing 5 marbles the product is 124. So after losing 5 marbles John has x minus 5 marbles. I have written it here, and the Jivanti has 40 minus x marble. I have written it here. I have multiplied both of them, and this should be equal to 124. Right, now we will simplify this equation. First of all I will multiply this x with these terms. So what I'll get is, I will get x into 40 minus x. Now I will multiply minus 5 to this whole term. Now what I will get, minus 5 into this whole term is equal to 124. When I will multiply x with 40, I will get 40 x, and when I will multiply x with minus x, I will get minus x square. When I will multiply minus 5 with 40, I will get minus 200, and when I will multiply minus 5 with minus x, so I will get plus 5x. Minus 124 is equal to 0. Now what I will do is, I will add the terms which are having x. So 40x plus 5x is equal to, first of all I will write this x square here. Okay, then 40x plus 5x is equal to 45. This minus x square I have written here, and minus 200 and minus 124 is minus 3 to 4. This is equal to 0. Now I will multiply both side of this equation by minus 1, so that I could get rid of this minus sign. So then I will get this equation, because minus x square will become plus x square, and plus 45 will become minus 45, and minus 324 will become plus 24. Now this is the quadratic equation which we will solve by factor, because remember this exercise says that you have to solve the quadratic equation using the factorization method. So now let us solve this equation. So I have rewritten the equation which we have derived from the statement. The equation is x square minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. So to find out the marvels, we have to solve this equation by factorization, because this chapter is about to solve the quadratic equation by factorization. Okay, so in this method what generally we do is we do split this middle term into two terms in such a way that if I will add up these two terms, I should get minus 45, and if I will multiply them, then I should get multiplication of the coefficient of x square and this constant terms, means a and c. So I will multiply a and c. Here my a is coefficient of x square, which is 1, and c is this constant term, which is 324. So I have multiplied 1 with 324. I am getting plus 324. From here it is very clear that because the multiplication is positive, so both the factors, both the number which I will put here, they should either be both negative or both positive, because to get a positive multiplication, both the number has to be either negative or positive. The next condition is that the addition of both the numbers should be minus 45, means addition should be negative. So it means that if to get the negative addition of two similar numbers, both the number has to be negative. Both the number has to be negative, because if I will add both the negative numbers only, then I will get the negative addition. I will never get the negative addition by adding two positive numbers. So both the factor will be negative, right? So I think this is clear. Now what I will do is I will start listing out the factors of 324, right? The first factor of 324 I can write down is minus 324 and minus 1. Why negative? Because I have got this condition here, but their addition will not be minus 45, so I have to reject both these numbers, right? Then I will take the next factor of minus 324. This is also not my answer, because if I will add both of these, I will not get minus 45, so I will again reject this. Now I have to take the next pair. This has also to be, I will reject this also, because its addition is also not minus 45, so I will reject this. Now I will take next pair. This again has to be rejected, because its addition is not minus 45, so I will reject it. Now I will take the next pair. Again this has to be rejected, because its addition is not 45, so I will reject it. Now I will take the next factor, minus 9 and minus 36, because its addition is minus 45, so these are my two numbers which I have to place here, right? So I will place one number here, another number here, to solve this quadratic equation by factorization. So I have written x square as it is. Here I have put minus 9x, because I have placed this minus 9 here, so this will become minus 9x. Here I will place minus 36, which I am getting from here. So this 36 I have placed here, so I am getting minus 36. Then plus 324 is equal to 0 was already there. Now I will take x common from these two terms, right? So what I will get, if I will take x common from these initial two terms, I will be left with x minus 9, because if I will remove x from x square, I will be left with x, and if I will remove x from minus 9x, I will be left with minus 9. Now I have to take something common from these two terms, so that inside I am again is left with x minus 9. Remember it, whatever this term is there, this term, now I have to take something common from these two terms, so that inside I am left with this term, x minus 9. Okay, so what should I do is, if I'll take say minus 36 common from here, so I will be left with x, and here I will be left with minus 9. So I have to take minus 36 common, so inside I will be left with x, because if I'll take minus 36 common from minus 36x, so x is left, and if I will take minus 36 common from plus 324, I will left with minus 9. So this has to be equal to 0. Now I will take x minus 9, this x minus 9 common from this whole term. So what I will left with, x minus 9 is outside, so inside I will be left with this x and this minus 36, right? So x minus 36 is inside, this is equal to 0. Now to find out the solution of this equation, I have to equate both these terms equal to 0. So either x minus 9 is equal to 0 or x minus 36 is equal to 0. So I will move this 9 to this side, so x is equal to 9 is the first solution, or x is equal to 36 is the second solution. So this quadratic equation has actually two roots, x is equal to 9 or x is equal to 36, right? So these are the two roots of this quadratic equation. So because we have to find out the number of marvels with the John and Jivanti. So if I'll take x is equal to 9, so the marvel with the John will be 9, because x is the number of marvels with the John, and the Jivanti's marvel in that case will be 45 minus x, that will be 45 minus 9, that will be 36. This is one solution. Okay, x is equal to 9 means John's marvel is equal to 9 and Jivanti's marvel is equal to 36 is the first solution. And if we will take x is equal to 36, so the number of marvels with John will be 36. In that case, the number of marvels with Jivanti will be 45 minus 36, which will be equal to 9. So this is also the solution of this equation. So these both are a solution. You can write either one of them as a solution, or you can write both as a solution. So this is the solution of part 1 of question number